Hello again, fellow BeachBum traders. Thank you for joining us for our due diligence video on First Capital Inc., ticker symbol FCAP, where we're going to try to determine is First Capital, ticker symbol FCAP, a good dividend-paying bank stock to buy now. So again, we'll do our standard initial due diligence on First Capital Inc., ticker symbol FCAP, and try to answer the question at the end of the video, is First Capital, FCAP, a good dividend-paying bank stock to buy now? So stick around. We'll go through our due diligence, and again, then at the end, we'll draw our conclusions as to is First Capital, FCAP, a good dividend-paying bank stock to buy now? So let's get started. Okay, let's take a tour of the web page linked to First Capital Inc. You'll see First Capital Inc. is the holding company for First Harrison Bank. So their web page linked to their profiles is for First Harrison Bank. I'll leave the direct link to this website that links to FCAP, ticker symbol FCAP, First Capital Inc. And again, this is First Harrison Bank. We can see what they're highlighting. We see small business loans, banking, MasterCard, mortgages, mobile wallet, Advantage Miles. We can see they've got personal banking services, business banking services, home loans. Here's information about their bank. And then again, they're highlighting mortgages. So again, home loans seems to be a highlight right now. ATMs, lost stolen, okay. Banking Butler, digital banking. So they're offering and highlighting digital banking. So again, we can, in a quick overview, and you can dig into each of these segments in more detail at your leisure. I'll leave the direct link to the website, link to First Capital Inc., ticker symbol FCAP, in the description box below. You can dig into this, but again, it's typical for a regional bank. Again, we saw they're highlighting digital banking, highlighting mortgages in several areas. We can see they've got debit cards, MasterCard, etc. And again, they're featuring a lot of home loans, mortgages is a focus. Let's do our due diligence on First Capital Inc., ticker symbol FCAP in ChartMill. I'm on the profile for First Capital Inc. in ChartMill, and I will leave the direct link to their profile in ChartMill in the description box below. We can see a quick overview of their ratings currently as of December 22nd, 2022. They're getting a technical analysis rating of 0, so very poor. Setup rating is 4.5 out of 5. We can see they're in the financials bank sector. The valuation is 4.5 out of 5. Profitability is 2 out of 5. The overall fundamental analysis rating is 2 out of 5. Growth 1.5 out of 5. Health 1.5 out of 5, and dividend is 3.5 out of 5. And we can see a quick overview of their chart. We'll dig into more detail in their chart, but we can see it's been declining in a narrowing, declining channel, going down, narrowing, declining wedge. It's running, below its moving averages. So again, it's been in the near term since it looks like, August of the 2022 through December, it's been mostly in decline. Looks like we may be getting some stabilization, and again, we'll look at the chart in more detail in a minute. We see institutional inside ownerships 2.7%. So small bank, 80 million, and market cap. PE is positive. It's only 7. Dividend yields 4.21. So it's on order of what the current Fed interest rate is as of this time. The next earnings is on January 25th. Institutional ownership about 10.5%. Again, it's very low float, pretty illiquid type of stock. Only 3.37 million shares. We see their profile. They operate, First Capital Inc. operates a bank holding company, commercial and business banking services, headquartered in Corydon, Indiana, 182 employees. Their portfolio includes residential loans, construction loans, commercial real estate loans, commercial business loans, consumer loans, and restructured loans. They provide a range of banking services to individuals and business customers. They have 18 locations in Indiana and Kentucky. So again, this is very, relatively small regional bank. And we'll talk about some potential opportunities that may afford towards the end of the video. They have a loan portfolio consists of single-family residence, commercial real estate in Louisville, Kentucky metropolitan area. Mortgage loans in the secondary market, sells non-deposit investment products through a financial services division. FHB Risk Mitigation Services is a subsidiary of the company, provides property and casualty insurance coverage to the company. So they provide reinsurance to over 8 other third-party insurance companies. So in addition, they're in the reinsurance business. So again, we can see it's a small regional bank in Indiana and Kentucky, 18 locations, primarily in banking services and some insurance reinsurance. Okay, let's look at the stock chart for First Capital Inc., ticker symbol FCAP, in more detail in ChartMill. So I'm on the stock chart tab. Right now, here's the daily chart. Again, we can see it's been in, pretty much a steady decline. It's in a narrowing wedge, declining wedge. It's been running below its 50-day moving average. These trend lines have provided pretty good support and resistance, as well as now it's getting resistance from that 50-day moving average. We can see that wedge is narrowing, and it also looks potentially in the near term it may have achieved some level of support. Again, we'll zoom out a little bit to the weekly chart. So again, we see it kind of peaks back in late 2021. It's been declining pretty much ever since. It's in this narrowing wedge. On the weekly chart, that wedge is getting very narrow. The most recent candle is a doji. Again, it's well below its moving averages, so it's declined quite a bit. If we zoom further out to the monthly, again, we can see that steep decline since probably mid-2020, late 2020. So it's been in pretty steep decline. And again, maybe we'll see in the technical analysis how that's setting up. But, it looks like it may be stabilizing in the near term. Okay, let's look at the technical analysis data for First Capital Inc., ticker symbol FCAP. FCAP and ChartMill, we can see as of December 22, 2022, it's getting a technical rating of 0. Its overall performance is below average. Recent evolutions are not positive. Medium and short-term picture give negative signs. Again, we can see the daily and weekly charts are both in decline. So we see short-term trends neutral. Most are outperforming. It's an underperformer in the banking industry. It's trading near its 52-week lows. It has a range of 23 to 20, almost 27. It's quite wide, and has an average volume of 2,661 traded shares per day. This is quite low and dangerous to invest in illiquid stocks. So yeah, this is a very illiquid, very choppy, very low float stock. So please, heed these warnings. It is illiquid, so getting in and out may pose some challenges. So again, we see a support level around 2357 to 2379, and a resistance level ranging from 2393 to 2535, so pretty broad resistance level. Currently, again, as of December 22nd, 2022, it's showing a setup rating of 7. So although the technical rating's bad, does present a nice setup opportunity. Prices have been consolidating lately and volatility has been reduced. So there's a support zone around 23.79. So again, we can see all the trends are pretty much negative, as we've seen in the charts as well. However, the short-term trend is now showing as neutral. So again, all the trends except for the short-term trend are negative. Short-term trend is neutral. Again, we see an ATR, average true range, of about 81 cents. See, again, the volume is very small, so it's very liquid, very choppy, low float type of stock. So, and again, we see the technical analysis rating is 0, and the current setup is 3.5 out of 5. Okay, let's look at the fundamental analysis data for First Capital Inc., ticker symbol FCAP, and ChartMill. As of December 22nd, 2022, it's getting a fundamental rating of 4 out of 10. Still in line with average on profitability rating. There's some concerns of financial health, valued quite cheap, but does not seem to be growing. And you notice there's a warning, there's only limited data available, so a full analysis was not possible. So we see profitability is pretty positive. It's 4, health is only 3, dividend is 7, valuation is 7, and growth is only 3, as we'll see in more detail. So again, profitability is only 4 out of 10. Got good return on equity. Profit margins pretty neutral. Petrovsky F's neutral. Its return on assets is worse than the rest of the industry. So it's poor return on assets. So it's underperforming return on assets, outperforming return on equity, and pretty much in line with profit margin. Valuation is currently 7 out of 10, so its price to earnings is 7, so it's cheap. Its ratio is 9, so again, cheaper than industry peers. PEG, again, cheap valuation. So this is a cheap potential value stock. Book values in line, and again, it's pretty average for book value. So it's price to earnings, it's outperforming the industry pretty well. Price to book, it's pretty much in line. Growth rating currently is only 3 out of 10. So its earnings per share is growing by 10% over the past 5 years. So that's pretty good. But over the last year, it's decreased. Its growth over the last year was neutral. So we see EPS over 5 years, it's 10%. It's been dropping off. 1 year, it's been negative, and they don't have a projection going forward. Again, revenues looks like it's been positive but declining. And again, they don't have projections going forward there. So again, we see the revenues, slowly but steadily growing. Health rating, again, currently is only 3 out of 10. So its debt to equity is good, better performing in the industry, outperforms 91% of its peers. Petrovsky F is pretty neutral. So again, its debt to equity at 0 is outperforming the industry quite well. Dividend, 7 out of 10. It's got a 4.21% dividend. It's 3.22, pays a bit more dividend than industry peers. Again, it's outperforming the average of the S&P. So 31.43% of earnings are spent on dividends. So this is low and sustainable payout ratio. So this dividend rate, this dividend yield is expected to be very sustainable. It's been paying for 10 years. So, it's got pretty committed to that dividend, pretty reliable track record in that dividend, and we can see it's outperforming in that area. We can see it looks like it's been growing its dividend slowly but pretty steadily. It looks like the latest dividend is 1.04. Looks like it pays quarterly. It looks like the last dividend was paid on December 15th. So it looks like it's a pretty steady 26-cent dividend. So their income versus free cash flow versus the dividend. See their free cash flow, it's been a little bit choppy, was good in 2021. Again, dividend's pretty steady. Looks like the income has been increasing a little bit. So again, 69% retained earnings, 31% payout of dividends. So again, quite sustainable. So their EPS for the past year has been negative, so that may explain the decline or partially explain the decline in their share price over the past year. Again, we can see overall their fundamental analysis ratings only 2 out of 5, valuation 3.5 out of 5, dividend 3.5 out of 5, health 2 or 1.5 out of 5, and profitability 2 out of 5. Okay, let's look at the ownership structure for First Capital Inc., ticker symbol FCAP, and ChartMill shows about 87% public or retail ownership, only about a 10% institutional ownership, and only a 2.7% insider ownership. So the vast majority is owned by public retail, which is a little less stable. We see the institutional ownership has declined over the recent past. We see again insider ownership only 2.7, institutional 10.5. Insiders have increased a little bit, and here it says the institutional change has increased a little bit. But again, we see it's declined a little bit over the past year or so. And then insider transactions are mostly positive, again, pretty choppy. We see in November we had several insiders that were buying, both in July, August, November. So the insider transactions seem pretty positive. Okay, let's do our due diligence on First Capital Inc., ticker symbol FCAP and Webull. So I'm on the stock screen in Webull. You just search for the ticker symbol up in the search bar. So just FCAP. As you can see, I already have that selected. So right now I'm showing a yearly chart. We'll come back to the chart as well in more detail, but we can see over the past year it's been pretty much steadily declining, although it looks in the recent past it may have consolidated into a support level. We see where it's paid the dividend. The last dividend payment was December 15th. This is as of December 22nd, 2022. It paid a 26-cent dividend on December 15th. Looks like a quarterly dividend. So the last dividend was on 9/15, 26 cents. 6/15, 26 cents. So it looks like a quarterly dividend, pretty steady at 26 cents. This is showing the last earnings report was 7/21, but I suspect they've had subsequent earnings reports since then. So if we look at the due diligence data in the lower pane in the stock screen on Webull, we just bring up this lower pane. We can see, a description of the company, a link to their website. Again, they're a holding company for First Harrison Bank. It's wholly owned subsidiary of the company. They've got, again, a loan portfolio, including residential, construction, commercial loans, real estate loans, business loans, consumer loans, restructured banking services to institutional and business customers. They have 18 locations in Indiana and Kentucky. So again, it's a small regional bank. Loan portfolio consists of single-family residential commercial real estate. Louisville, Kentucky metropolitan area. Originates mortgage loans in the secondary market. Sells non-deposit investment products through a financial services division. And they have risk mitigation services, providing property and casualty insurance coverage to the company. And they provide reinsurance to over 8 third-party companies. So again, we can see their profile here in the lower pane of Webull. We can see recent news, again, mostly quarterly dividend announcements. Again, here's their last earnings report, was on October 31st. Revenue up year on year. So that's positive. We'll look at their financials. Again, since it's a low float, illiquid, not heavily reported, we're not getting a lot of data. So we can look at their income statement. Their net income looked like it kind of bottomed in Q1. So again, that might attribute to part of their share price decline. Looks like it's recovered. Look at their revenue, same thing. Q1 looks like it was pretty poor and looks like a recovery. Operating income showing pretty flat. We look at their balance sheet. So their total assets looks like it declined a little bit. Their total liabilities increased a little bit and declined recently. Cash flow again looks like Q1 of 2022 was their worst quarter, and it looks like they're slowly recovering from there. In terms of operating cash flow, investing again looks like it's recovering somewhat, and their financing again has declined into Q3. So if we see any analysts, so again, it's a very low float, illiquid company. There's no analysts covering it. See, short interest has declined recently. Institutional ownerships is pretty balanced. Some increase, some decrease. Mostly medium-size order flow. And it's actually in a few ETFs, micro-cap ETFs, small-cap ETFs, etc. So again, mostly dividend payments. And again, we can see their quarterly dividend payout, 26 cents, is pretty steady on a quarterly basis. I do not believe it's optionable. Again, it's a very low float, pretty illiquid stock. So if we zoom in again on their chart, we can see, from a yearly look, it looks like it may have stabilized. If we zoom in to a monthly chart, again, you can see how choppy and illiquid it is. So again, warning that, it may be hard to get in and out of a stock like this that's so choppy and illiquid. So you can see it chops up and down. If we zoom out a little bit farther, again, it's hard to see because it's so choppy, but it may have achieved a support level. So if we go way out, we see it has a range, all the way up to, the 76 area. So it's got plenty of range there. On a monthly basis, it's 23.35 was the low, and then it had a spike up to about 26.54. So again, choppy, not a lot of range from a short-term standpoint, but again, from a longer-term standpoint, it's got room up into the 40s. So it, not quite a double, but if it could turn around and swing back up like it has in the past, it's got a decent risk reward. And again, over a 5-year period, we see that stable support line. So again, from the low 20s up into the mid 70s would be its past highs. So just a quick reminder that as of the recording of this video on August 16th, Webull is currently offering up to 12 free stocks if you open and fund a new account in Webull. This is the most number of free stocks I've seen Webull offer. I don't know how long this offer will last, but if you're not already using Webull, here's an opportunity to get 12 free stocks. You can find our affiliate link to Webull in the description box below, on the About page on our YouTube channel, in the link section. Okay, let's do our due diligence on First Capital Inc., ticker symbol FCAP in FinViz, and I will leave the direct link to their profile for First Capital Inc., ticker symbol FCAP in FinViz in the description box below. We can see in the daily chart, it looks like there's a pivot point right around the 26 area. We can see it's been in this declining channel. It's hitting resistance on the upper trend line of that declining channel. Again, that looks like it's continuing to decline. If we zoom out to the weekly, we can see it's trending below its 50 period So under its 20 period and under its 50 period moving averages, again, we see that steady decline. Looks like that 20 period, 20 week moving average is providing resistance. It's getting rejected off of that. Our latest weekly candle, this is as of December 22nd, 2022. Looks like we might have a doji type candle. There might be some support there. We'll zoom out to the monthly real quickly. Again, we can see it's been in pretty steep decline. We've got a monthly type doji. And so, it might be potentially finding some support, potentially turning into a swing up. We can see the risk reward profile. It's got a high at around 81. The low is way back. If we go way back, the low is about 17. So maybe a downside of, 6 or so, plenty of upside. And again, if we zoom back out to the weekly, again, it's pretty much steadily declined, but we've got a previous swing high of about 69-ish, 70, low 70. So we got plenty of room to run if this guy turns and swings back up. We look at the metrics. The main thing what triggered this to show up for our consideration to do our due diligence was the fact that it's trading below cash. It's profitable. So you can see they're showing a cash per share of $26.30, and it's currently trading at $23.80. So it's trading below cash. It's a bank. So they're making money. They're not burning money. They're profitable. Again, a bank trading below cash. Again, I'll talk at the end of the video about some potential catalysts, some potential opportunities given this situation. My thesis for considering First Capital Inc. as a potential swing, long-term, longer-term swing, longer-term investment. We see it pays about a 4.4% dividend. It's about $1 a year. Again, it's a very low float, very illiquid, so it's only 3 million shares. Virtually no float, no short interest. See the high, the low is 22.97, so it's pretty close to its 52-week low. High of about 41.67, so again, almost a 2-to-1. Again, it's been performing very poorly. They have zero debt showing, so again, very positive. Their price to cash good. Price to free cash flow is good, so those all look good. Look at recent news. See if we see any flags. Looks like they earnings on November 20th. Positive, they beat. Dividend announcements. Not a whole lot of news coverage. Again, very small cap, illiquid. So again, we can see First Capital Inc. operates as the holding company for First Harrison Bank, various banking services to individual and business customers, deposit instruments, non-interest bearing checking accounts, negotiable order or withdrawal accounts, money market accounts, regular savings, certificates of deposit, retirement savings plans, provides real estate mortgage loans, fixed rate and adjustable rate mortgage residential loans, construction loans for residential and commercial properties, commercial real estate loans, as well as commercial business loans, originates mortgage loans for sale in secondary market, sells non-deposit investment products, offers various secured and guaranteed consumer loans comprising automobile and truck loans, home equity loans, home improvement loans, boat loans, mobile home loans, loans secured by savings deposits, and unsecured consumer loans. It provides products and services through 18 locations in Indiana and Kentucky. It was founded in 1891 and is based in Corydon, Indiana. So again, a very old, small regional bank. Provides a wide variety of banking financial services. So if we look at their financials here in FinViz, see their interest income has increased. Their expenses have actually pretty steady to decreased. So their net interest income has increased, so that's all positive. Their EPS, earnings per share, has increased generally, so that's all positive. We look at the quarterlies. Again, their interest income is increasing. Expenses increasing slightly, but the net's increasing. And their EPS is increasing. So their financials look, healthy, positive, and they're trading below cash. So again, all of that looks quite positive. Okay, let's do our due diligence on First Capital Inc., ticker symbol FCAP in Seeking Alpha. I will leave the direct link to their profile in Seeking Alpha in the description box below. Again, we can see in an overview of their yearly charts, pretty much been in a steady decline. We can see it sitting pretty close to its 52-week low. We can see the range is about from 23 to about 42. So not quite a double, but it's got a pretty good range up. See positive EPS or price to earnings is only 7, so it's relatively cheap. Pays about a 4.4% dividend. It's not short. It's very small cap, 80 million, and very illiquid, very low volume. It's showing 679 per volume. So again, very, very small, very choppy, liquid, small cap stock. So again, be warned, be aware of trading such an illiquid, choppy, small cap stock. Has some risk in terms of being able to get in and out efficiently. So we'll look at some of the analysts and some of the news. Again, so small cap, there's not going to be a whole lot of analysis, a lot of coverage. So it says dividend contenders champions. So it's being listed positively as a dividend stock. We see they declare a 26-cent dividend. Looks like it's about quarterly, so August, November, etc. And again, the rest of it's pretty much their filings. And it looks like there's only that one analyst is highlighting them in his periodical newsletters. So again, we can see their profile, provide various banking services, individual and business customers, deposit interest, non-interest bearing checking accounts, negotiable order withdrawals, money market, savings, certificate of deposits, retirement savings plans, real estate mortgage, fixed rate and adjustable rate, construction loans for commercial properties, commercial real estate loans, business loans, mortgage loans. And again, you can expand this and read this in more detail at your leisure. I'll leave the direct link to this profile in the description box below. See, they're based in Corydon, Indiana, founded in 1891. So they're a very, very old company, been around a long time. So we look at the annual revenue. Looks like it, slow increase, some little chop in there. If we look at the quarterly, have a slight dip in Q1 of 22, then pretty much a recovery. The latest quarter looks positive. Their earnings per share, again, looks like it decreased a little bit in Q2. We zoom out to the annual. Okay, in terms of valuation, again, their PE is pretty low at 7. Price to book is around 1. So again, very positive. Growth pretty, it's pretty slow. Their EPS in the current year is negative, so that may explain part of the share decline. Net income margin 29%, return on equity 11%, their return on assets a little low, only 1%. Again, we can see the momentum's all been negative. Again, only 80 million market cap. They've got 86 million in cash. So again, we can see it's got more cash than its current market cap. Dividend yields about 4.4, $1.04 year. CAGR growth about 4%. Again, very slow. Last dividend, ex-dividend date was December 15th. Payout date's December 30th. So the next quarterly dividend's probably coming out around March or so. Again, trading volume is very low. only about 679 or average, maybe 3,000 shares a day. So again, be aware if you're trying to put in a sizable order, it's very liquid. May be difficult to get a good price for a sizable order. Dividend growth history, so it looks like slight growth in dividends. So that's positive. The ownership structure, vast majority is public, 84%. Got 10%, 11% institutional, and 5% insider. So again, not a lot of institutional or insider ownership, which it would provide more stability if there were. But again, such a low float, small cap stock. Virtually no short interest, so that's not really an issue. Its beta is very low, so it doesn't really move with the index. Again, very low beta, although it's not negative, still positive, so it moves in the direction of the index, but very slowly, and they're not showing any Altman Z type score. So income, the revenue is positive, gross profit is positive, EPS is positive. So, they're profitable, they make money. Again, they got 86 million in cash. This is showing 24.85 in cash per share. So again, right now it's trading below its cash. Cash from operations is positive, so they're making money. It looks like they lost money on their investments. So that's a little bit of a negative, but their free cash flow is very positive. So again, they're profitable, no debt, making money, and trading below cash right now. So given all of our standard due diligence on First Capital Inc., ticker symbol FCAP, what is our opinion on is First Capital FCAP a good dividend paying bank stock to buy now? Well, we saw that it's currently trading below cash. It's a small regional bank in Indiana and I think Kentucky. It's pretty illiquid, very low float, pays a small dividend, 4%. So such dividend looks like it may be achieving some support. It may have the opportunity to swing back up. So again, it's pretty illiquid, low float type of stock, so may be difficult to trade. But another catalyst or potential catalyst that makes First Capital FCAP potentially attractive is since it is a small regional bank trading below cash. I'm speculating it may be a candidate for an acquisition by a larger bank that wants to expand in that region. Again, since it's trading below cash, it's pretty diverse in terms of its business services area, financial services areas. So again, this is just pure speculation, not financial advice. I have no evidence that they're being acquired. I also I'm not up on the bank regulations. I do know some other banks in the Midwest, Fifth Third, etc., I believe has grown by doing some acquisitions in Michigan. Maybe that's a candidate. So again, another potential catalyst. Also, we saw it's been declined significantly over the recent history. Looks like it may be swinging back up. Again, higher interest rates are positive for banks, positive for the financial sector. So again, all these indications make First Capital, ticker symbol FCAP, a good dividend paying bank stock to buy now, to watch now. So we're going to put it on our watch list, take a look at it, and see if it's something that we want to buy for a long-term swing, long-term investment. Now, again, another point is due to its lack of liquidity, due to its low float nature, it may be difficult to establish a sizable position. I wouldn't recommend using a market order, as you could very easily move the stock price due to its low volume. And again, you may want to put in your take profit orders at an appropriate level. Also, I wouldn't use a large all or none order, as it may be difficult to get those to fill given its low volume and illiquid nature. And again, I wouldn't recommend using a buy market order, as you may clear out the sell orders and get an unexpectedly high price. And again, we may be able to take advantage of some of those pops. We saw some significant pops in the stock price, and that may be, again, someone buying a large position and clearing out some of the sellers, and that may be, again, an opportunity to take some profit in First Capital. So again, we're going to look at put FCAP on our watch list for right now. This is as of the end of December 2022. We'll probably establish a small position, hold it, we can collect the dividend, and see how that goes, see if we happen to get a swing back up, and or if the potential speculative catalyst of a potential acquisition or merger might give it a pop, since it is trading below cash. So all of those aspects make something First Capital a good dividend paying stock to buy now. And again, we're going to watch it, try out a position probably in the near future, and see if that works out profitably for us. So let us know, what do you think? Is First Capital FCAP a good dividend paying bank stock to buy now? What do you think? Let us know your thoughts in the comments below. Let us know what you think of this video in the comments below. In our free Discord, you can find an invite to our Discord in the description box below, in our Facebook group, via our social media profiles, etc. So let us know what you think of First Capital Inc., ticker symbol FCAP, and do you think it's a good dividend paying bank stock to buy now? Why or why not? We hope this all helps. Good luck and have a great trading week. The content of this video was produced by BeachBum Trading. We hope you will choose to also join us in the BeachBum Trading community and subscribe to our YouTube channel. Visit us at our homepage at beachbumtrading.com, the bum without the U. Similarly on Twitter, BeachBum Trading, bum without the U. On Facebook and in our BeachBum Trading Facebook group. Please follow us on Pinterest and on Instagram. All of the links to our social media sites will be included in the description box below, and we hope you will choose to subscribe to our BeachBum Trading YouTube channel and follow us on social media. Thank you. We also cordially want to invite you to our new BeachBum Trading Community Discord server, where we can have discussions on all topics related to trading, success in trading, investing, etc. You can see alerts when we make trades, changes to our watch lists, etc. So again, please join us in the new BeachBum Trading Community Discord server. You should be able to find a link in the description box below. You could also find a link in the social media category on our webpage, beachbumtrading.com, without the bum without the U, and also in the link section on the About page of our YouTube channel, etc. So again, we look forward to seeing you in the BeachBum Trading Community Discord server soon. Wave and say hello. BeachBum Trading also now has a site on Patreon. If you are willing and able to help support our efforts to produce all the content and help you achieve the financial freedom you want, deserve, to be able to live the BeachBum lifestyle or any other kind of lifestyle you would like, and you're willing and able to help support our efforts in these regards, we hope you'll choose to visit our Patreon page. You can get access to our new BeachBum Trading Community Discord server, which is currently under construction, but you will get access to the Discord server by supporting us through Patreon. Again, this is all currently under construction, but you can see we just have the default levels, membership levels, but again, each level allows support, allows access to our Discord. We're also posting our trade positions initially in our Discord, and again, we greatly appreciate any support that you're willing and able to provide. So
Thank you for your consideration.
Another way that you can help support BeachBum Trading and being able to produce frequent quality content for you for free on YouTube, etc., is in addition to subscribing to our BeachBum Trading channel, hitting the like button on our videos, and hitting the notify so you're alerted when we release further videos. You can also choose to show your support for BeachBum Trading with a super thanks, which you can find below this video. If you hit the heart with the $sign, the super thanks, again, you can financially support BeachBum Trading in whatever amount that you wish, and we greatly appreciate your support, and that will help us, again, be able to produce frequent quality content that we can provide for you and all your fellow BeachBum traders around the world for free on YouTube. So again, we greatly appreciate all of your support, and thank you very much. Thank you again for watching our video. We hope that you liked it. If so, please smash the like button, give us a thumbs up. If you're not already subscribed, please consider subscribing to our BeachBum Trading YouTube channel. Please share this video with your fellow traders and friends. And please give us your feedback and any recommendations for improvement in the comments section below. And let us know what else we can do to help you in your trading career. Thank you again, good luck, and have a great trading day. If you like this video, we hope you will choose to subscribe to our YouTube channel by clicking on the box in the upper left-hand corner. You can watch another video like this by clicking on the box in the lower right-hand corner. And we have a whole playlist of videos like this that you can access via the box in the upper right-hand corner. Our latest video is available in the box in the lower left-hand corner. We hope you like this and have a great day.